the proposal was to actually increase this to 2,634 odd stations, if I remember the figure correctly, from the top of my head. But then there were difficulties with regard to co-location of infrastructure if you leave the metros out. And then we did not want to do a graded auction whereby we only have co-location or more stations in metro cities and lesser stations in tier 1, tier 2 and tier 3 cities. But essentially with news, AIR news in the first phase being allowed on radio, on private FM radio, with the sharing of content being permitted, with various other incentives being given, we are going to see a huge renaissance in the radio space as we go forth into the next 8 or 10 years. Social media, well, that's another cup of tea altogether. You know, the internet started life as an experiment in the Defense Advanced Projects Laboratory of the United States Department of Defense, if I can put a timestamp onto it, somewhere in 1983. The internet was possibly the most audacious experiment in anarchy, and it has succeeded. It represents the largest ungoverned space on planet Earth today. Never before in the history of mankind has there been so much power in the hands of so many people, concurrently located at so many places. There is more digital content which is churned out every 2 days than from the beginning of civilization till about 2003. So essentially what you're seeing is a tale of two civilizations which is unfolding. A physical civilization which has evolved over the millennia and a virtual civilization which is evolving. And this has completely changed the nature of life as we know it. And as we go forth with the virtual civilization consolidating itself more, the entire nature of the state, the entire nature of the counter-state, the nature of insurgency, terrorism, response, reconstruction as we know it, is all going to transform itself completely in front of our eyes. And that's why nations and states will have to adapt themselves, and they would possibly require concurrent policies which would operate in the physical space and policies which would operate in the virtual space. And at times when they are going to intersect or they are going to converge, there is a possibility that the world may have to live with very cataclysmic moments. For example, just for the sake of argument, which I keep mulling over in my mind, is that at what point in time does a cyber attack actually become an act of war in the physical space? And these are challenges which we as a society or nation states and Westphalian states will have to contend with. The only danger to this, this democratization of the information space is the fact that common rules of engagement, agreed rules of engagement in the international space, unfortunately, are not emerging quickly.